Hello again, Kyle here. Before you watch this video, I just ask that you have watched my introduction video. And today I'm talking about what makes a good turnaround and what makes a bad turnaround. I've been waiting for an opportunity to get a bunch of turnarounds out here so that I can show rather than tell works better for me. So I have 4 turnarounds, and I think probably the most important thing with a good turnaround in regards to line compromise issues is that your line lays flat on the ground. This is a winch stock pulley, and then I had to get this made for my 5/8 inch stainless steel rod. You'll notice, look at how low the line is to the ground, because these turnarounds they'll sit like that if you don't walk the line back correctly. I will go over that. But what we want is for them to go like that, and you do that by walking the line back correctly. That'll be in another video. That is a damn good turnaround. Rubber right here. No need for a big tall spring. I'll show you what the big tall spring causes. So you want it to be down. You want everything on your turnaround to be smooth. No abrasions. You need to be checking that frequently, knowing that that won't be cutting your line at any time. Another thing, we never want the pulley to be able to go up and hit your pull. Okay, so it can't go past that. Now it drops back down when you're off tension, lays flat on the ground. Another thing, a good turnaround has a rope, not a cable. A cable will compromise your line. This is bad, but I don't really have a great solution for that yet. These are sharp, and if someone's not down here working the turnaround, that's going to compromise your line. Again, you know, that's bad. It's a small area. It does definitely affect me. I'm working on things to try to figure out something that I like. Here goes someone on lunch. So here he goes, tensioning up, lifts off the ground. That's very good. Watch the line come down. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to watch the chute wrap around the rope. No, he stopped it early, which is good practice. That was like a perfect retrieve by whoever was working the winch. And a good pulley, a pulley that we know that spins freely. Oh, and last thing that I almost forgot, a chute stop, so that you cannot pull your chute through the turnaround. If you do that, it's really bad. It's not only can be a penalty, but you see in there's a bolt. I've put a bolt right through. It's about a 1/4 inch away from the pulley wheel, so that you cannot pull this knot or the chute through the turnaround. So next to my next turnarounds, I haven't upgraded these yet. They're good in a lot of ways, but they're not, because if the slightest amount of tension, you can see one line is off the ground 2 or 3 inches. The other line's on the ground. That's good. I haven't spent the money, made the investment to make this better. The problem here is this chain link. Well, this was my cheap man version. This is when I first started learning things. Then I realized how important it was flat on the damn ground. So these turnarounds are okay. They're not great. The Ober turnaround. Problem, Ober turnaround is good quality equipment. I don't mean or intend to bash the equipment, but there are some things that I believe they need to improve. Number one, these springs keep the pulley off the ground, unless you drive your pull 2 or 3 inches deeper, which is what you need to do. Or replace these springs with a rubber. Just a 1/4 inch piece of rubber is fine. You don't need a big spring right here. So you can see both lines are off the ground by 2 or 3 inches. The other thing, I believe why that winch stock pulley is better is because it's a bigger pulley, and it wants to naturally lay flat easier than one of these. These, because of the smaller, it's easier for it to pivot. Now one of your lines is off the ground. That's bad. Good turnaround ropes. The guys changed these because when we realized the problems it was causing. Okay, now I'm going to get into bad turnaround installer. This guy, look at this. I'm not going to mention any names, but look at how far off the ground that line is. Look at that, even when the pulley's flat. Look at how far off the ground it is. That is 100% an opportunity to cut that line. It is going to happen. It's going to happen all the time. It's going to cost you a lot of money and frustration, and you won't know. You'll think you break in line because of tension. Here's another bad turnaround install. Look at how far off the ground that is. That line's probably 5 inches off the ground. Guaranteed a chute is going to cut that. Again, the spring is a problem. And again, this is our community, and we are all learning. I'm just an obsessed person and figuring this stuff out. Here, Tom made this one. It's a really good design, and very similar to what I have, and his pulley can lay flat. Now, the reason why it was up just now was one of two reasons. He walked it back in correctly, but I just watched, and he was just tensioning up his winch to make sure that it's aligned properly. So, you know, he puts a bunch of tension on, it pulls up, and then it just drops straight back down, and that's why it was sitting like that. So again, when you walk out, I'm gonna show you another video how to make those flat. Now, I am gonna run over here, and I'm gonna show you the worst turnaround ever. I'm not gonna mention any names. I'm just gonna show you why this turnaround is bad, bad, bad. And it's gonna cost you a lot of money. Here we go. Look at this. It's physically impossible for that line to ever lay flat. It's always off the ground. Guaranteed line cuts. Spring again is a problem unless you drive that stake 2 inches deeper. But still, this cannot flip. It cannot lay flat. And it's a big problem. Another thing right here, look at steel cables, steel screw, steel cables, steel, a lot of steel. And guaranteed when the line comes down at times, it's gonna go across like that, and you're just cutting, fracturing your line. So now here, these guys are using 3-2 line, very thick line, in dead calm conditions, and they're probably breaking line once in a while. And it's not because of big tension, it's because of the things I'm showing you. Now, I'm gonna run over here. We're gonna say hello to one of my greatest mentors and friends, and he's gonna close out this video for you. His name is the infamous, incredible Mike Smith.
That sounds like quite a lead-in.
Are we having fun, dude?
Oh, dude, we're out here flying B.
Yeah, baby.
Watching Steve fly some distance laps up there, making sure he doesn't fly too short, keep him honest, you know.
Yeah.
No slacking B.
No
slacking B.
So this is our cool sighting device. And we, if you can see this, we line up these strings and tell each other where to turn.
Yeah, so your wingspan's short there, Steve-o.
Oh, cut on film. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps.